Hi everyone. So welcome to Computools Digital Summit. I assume most of the people who already was interested in participation and going to some rooms are already here. So as far as you may know, we as a digital company which present across 5 big countries with our own presence and mainly situated in Ukraine. So today we're gonna have conversations regarding 5 direct teams with different speakers, with different approaches where we could hear about things which are happening right now across the industry, across specified teams. Thereafter, in the end, we could be back to lobby, hear more about the discovery phase over the projects, hear more about why it's needed, how it's happening, what it consists of. This will be after each of the rooms will be presented. So in the room first, you can hear from Sergey Perdesky, who is our business development manager, about healthcare, tech trends, and innovations. In the second room, you can hear from Katerina Belova, who is also our business development manager, about our vision of the future of e-commerce in 2021. Room 3 will be presented by Victoria Ruban, who is our business analyst, and she will speak about financials, the situation in industry currently, what are current trends, since we are living in quite crazy times with all those stuff happening, and the trends and our vision, what it will be furthermore, and what happening right now. In room 4, Victoria Zubova, who is also our business development manager, will speak to you regarding to how to survive from the perspective of a client management in 2021, how to make your clients love you, basically those features and stuff which is related nowadays more than ever before. And in room 5, Nicola Ismorgun, who is our head of game dev at Computools, will present you about the features and things which will be quite interesting and convenient from a perspective of you cannot never believe what you can indeed use in mobile development to make your apps more attractive, to make it with less efforts and with more outcome. So right now, you can see in Zoom ability to move to the rooms. So you need to press a specific button, and thereafter you'll be passed to selected rooms. And in a few minutes, in each of them, they will be.
The theme of our topic that you basically, I guess, know, but I will repeat, is the future of e-commerce in 2021. Yeah, is everything fine? So can you hear me? Can you see my screen? Anastasia, could you please let me know if everything's fine?
Yeah, I can see you.
Yeah. All is fine, yeah.
No signs in the chat, so everything is okay.
Perfectly, thank you. So let me just take it off like this. No, like this. Will I be here then? Okay, then I will just skip it. So I will start with a short introduction for those who maybe see me today for the first time. So my name is Katerina Belova. I am VP of Digital Transformation at Computools. As for our company, Computools is the full-service software company that designs solutions to help companies meet the needs of tomorrow. Our clients represent a wide range of industries, including retail, finance, healthcare, consumer services, and more. So basically, today we will speak with you about retail in general. So the e-commerce industry is always changing, and you know that this year has been no different. More than ever, merchants are creating and improving their e-commerce businesses to meet customers where they are. While it may seem like everything in e-commerce is evolving, we just narrowed it down to the biggest trends that will affect business in the upcoming months and years. Sorry. Yeah. So we spoke with leaders in the industry about the changes this year, and they had a lot to share. So let's talk about 14 e-commerce trends that follow in 2021 to be on the top. The first trend is connected with the augmented reality, AR. So augmented reality enhances the reality of online shopping. AR has been a complete game change for e-commerce. With this type of technology, shoppers can truly see the item they are shopping for, which helps them to make basically buying decision. AR really changed the shopping experiences in specific industries, such as, for example, fashion and home goods and home decor, because the customer can get a better feel for the item without seeing it in person. For example, in 2019, Gartner predicted that 100 million customers will shop using AR by the end of 2021. So it will be interesting to see how that shakes this year. Let me just try to show my face. Okay. So the next trend is connected with the voice search. So there will be a growing volume of voice search. Not only do more people own smart speakers, but they also rely on voice assistants to complete daily tasks. So for example, Loop Ventures forecasts that about 75% of USA households will own a smart speaker by 2025. Another reason why voice commerce is on the rise in the growing accuracy and convenience of technology. For example, both Google and Amazon are pushing regional languages in their virtual assistant devices to help customers shop more conveniently. So here are some suggestions for you how to prepare your e-commerce site for voice queries. First of all, you have to optimize your content to increase your chances of appearing in voice searches. Secondary, add a new skill on Alexa and Google Voice Assistant devices. Third step, offer voice-based navigation on your website and mobile app. And last but not least, ensure your products can be basically purchased with a simple flow using voice command. And yeah, here you can still see that by 2020, half of all searches were done by voice. Let's move into the trend number 3. AI helps shops learn about shoppers. So artificial intelligence and machine learning make it possible for the customer to have automated, personalized shopping experiences. AI is continuously collecting data on how, for example, customer shops, when they buy, purchases, and what they are looking for in a product or a service. It's a piece of technology that really can't be replicated in store. How to advantage in this situation and what to do. So you can improve efficiency and reduce costs. You for sure know that, for example, big data and machine learning are let's say partners in crime to AI. The trio has helped contactless businesses automate tasks which wouldn't otherwise been impossible to do manually. For example, Amazon managed to change products prices by about 2.5 million times a day. So I don't think it could be done manually. So AI help them with it. Secondary, you can create smarter strategies with predictive analytics. Predictive analytics is just one of the ways how AI can turn out to be a fruitful technology for e-commerce. Some of its other branches are behavioral analytics, automation, inventory management, and image recognition. As it becomes it is because of a wide range of applications using it that the AI revenue is expected to reach $36.8 billion worldwide by 2025, so which is basically incredibly high. And yeah, here you can also review what Ron Smith, editor-in-chief at the Digital Outdoor, thinks about AI. So he really thinks that it will be the new trend, and you already have to think about and invest in this technology. Trend number 4, on-site personalization use the AI insights to create individualized experience. So you for sure you know that today is everything is connected to personalization. Everything have to be unique. You have to take care of your clients. So here you can review some benefits of personalization. Basically, buyers of all sorts, including B2C and B2B, are looking for personalized custom shopping experiences online. The data collected from AI is what make it possible for a buyer to get personalized product recommendations and detailed customer services. For example, according to Gartner, AI-powered personalization becoming increasingly relevant in 2021. So they also agree with me. And they say that as brands harness and leverage more data, they will be able to create incredibly relevant experiences for shoppers that feel tailor-made. Trend number 5 is chatbots improve shopping experiences. For sure, you heard about chatbots, but here are some benefits for you, what the chatbots can give you. So first of all, it's upselling and cross-selling. Once again, personalization, custom care, and ordering and payment. Well, chatbots, they interact with online shoppers much alike an in-store sales assistants would do. And today's shoppers wants to be able to find and buy a product in just a few clicks. And if they can't, they get frustrated. This is where basically a chatbot can step in and save the sale. Well, experts predict that about 80% of businesses will be using chatbots in 2021. Also, chatbots are all the rage today for customer support. However, I think they will drastically change the way people shop online. They will become one of the most important marketing tools for sure. In the retail space, self-checkout kiosks will probably become the norm and in-store marketing will increase. Let's move to the mobile. Trend number 6, mobile shopping is still on the move. Mobile shopping allows customers to make purchases from anywhere, which is, retail in today's world. So everyone heard about COVID and all this stuff. When you are at home, you have your phone near you 24/7, and you would like to order something online with your phone, sorry. However, if your e-commerce site isn't responsive on mobile or through web apps, you will be missing out big opportunities. Because you see that in the beginning of 2021, about 58% of online shoppers in the world are making purchases via mobile, and by the end of this year, this will be about 73. So we can only imagine how mobile shopping will grow. Trend number 7, more ways to pay. Customers have individual needs when it comes to the payment methods, but they might cancel.
Online payment methods.
Sorry, didn't get you. Okay, so if you have some question, you can just share it in our chat, and Anastasia will let me know that. Offering a wide variety of ways to pay is a good way to increase conversion rates on mobile devices. Plus, if customers can save their payment information on your site, they will be able to check out even faster the next time they make a purchase. So here you can see what Joe Chilson, head and writer and account manager at One Digital Agency, says. So he have an idea that there will be a unique ID, and this unique ID would be for a centralized wallet service that would secure store all your payments info, shopping and billing addresses, preferences, etc. And that companies like Apple and PayPal have taken shots on this in the past, but I think it could become more personalized. So I basically agree, because I would like to have such an ID to make everything faster and just not to fulfill all the info again and again. Yeah, what you can also do to advantage, like what could you add, what should you reduce? First of all, reduce card abandonment with more payment methods. Credit cards were synonyms with online payment for a long time. However, the emergence of payment methods like e-wallet, bank transfer, cash on delivery, and other like completed e-commerce platforms to integrate these methods with their platform. And if this wasn't enough, also cryptocurrency was quick to gain popularity among internet dwellers. Also, I found out that with over 50% shoppers exiting an app if they don't find their preferred payment method. So you can just imagine how many users you can lose if you don't offer them to pay as they would like. And what you can also do, you can add more payment methods, once again, to lead to improve customer experiences. If an e-commerce business wants to reach the top of the food chain, let's say, then it can't ignore any of the available payment technologies. It can quickly turn out to be a mammoth of task to handle, since there are about 140 online payment methods available on e-commerce platforms. But yeah, the more payments options you provide, the easier it is for your customer to buy the product and for you to receive costs. Yeah, the next step is customers respond to video. You know that video content is a new wave in everything. Like everyone would like to have video content on websites, on e-commerce shops, on marketing areas, everyone. And this is also connected to e-commerce business for sure. Why so? Well, videos can help you explain and showcase your products better than images ever can, which is true. And video proved to be a great way to enhance customers in 2021. And it's not going anyway anytime soon. Creating videos for your website is a great way to instantly grab and engage a customer and inform them about your product or service. So here you can see that plus 87% conversion rate change is for visitors who viewed videos. And also I offer you here some ideas, basically 6 clever ways to use video in e-commerce. Tutorial, how to use product. It's quite a popular type of video in fashion and in beauty sphere, for example. Also, you can tell a story that evokes emotion. You can do entertaining video. You can record a message from the sale, what will give a trust to your users. Influencer endorsement. Yeah, we will have the next slide about influencers, and we'll discuss it more deeper, and show people using or getting results from the product. So basically, so they could understand that your product works and that there are great results and positive emotions. Next step, subscriptions keep customer coming back. Here you can take a look on the subscription revenue cycle. There are subscriptions of all sorts these days, and their convenience is attractive for customers. For companies, subscription services create a way to plan for inventory and sales that are already locked in. For example, I just reviewed the post of David Zimmerman. David Zimmerman is director of e-commerce solutions at Consume, and he predicts that more companies will offer subscription services or monthly payment options for large purchases in 2021. So if you don't have subscription models in your business yet, we highly suggest to do it. Next trend is connected with our planet, with being eco-friendly. So sustainability is becoming more important. Customers and businesses alike are becoming more aware of the environment. Because of this, customers are being more conscious about where they shop and the impact it has on the environment and related effects. One survey found that about 53% of respondents would pay 15 cents for sustainable packing. 75% wanted to see less packing, and about 50 wanted more sustainability in the fashion industry. And yeah, many businesses are finding ways to be more eco-friendly by going paperless when possible, using biodegradable packing and recyclable supplies. Trend number 11. Brands will continue to adopt dynamic pricing. Dynamic pricing allows e-commerce retailers to stay competitive and attract more customers. Even if you sell the best product in the world, if you don't price it correctly, you won't generate enough sales. Make sure to choose the right price for your product. So by the right, I mean the amount at which you have the best chance to sell in your product while making the maximum possible profit. So this have to be like a balance. Use dynamic pricing software to determine the best price for your product. So those tools provide real-time insights into your competitors' price, market demand, and perceived value of your products to determine the optimal costs. Yeah, here we go to influencers. Influencers will become brand partners. Okay, so we have 15 minutes left. So influencers, they are everywhere, and you can use them as an advantage for your e-commerce business development and growth. Most e-commerce brands have tapped into influencers over the years to leverage their vast audience. According to Influencer Marketing Hub, the influencers marketing industry has expected to reach $9.7 billion in 2021. I think it's the highest revenue, the highest price we can expect. Why is influencer marketing such a major boon for e-commerce brands? Because many e-commerce brands have a content problem in that they are unable to create enough content at scale to support their marketing efforts. In 2021, a trend we will see is brands looking to influencers and content creators to support the content creation process in lieu of a content agency. So it's easier and, let's say, better for you to hire, if I can say this, an influencer than to hire an agency, because the feedback will be increasingly. Well, we will also see the brands add paid media spend to this content, so that they can control the reach and audience. And how to advantage here. You can reach out to influencers in your niche and get them to help create content for your business. Here are a few suggestions how to do it better. So make a list of local or micro influencers that share your brand value. It's important, so they really share your brand value, and they like your product, so they could also give positive reviews and record videos and all this stuff. Build a relationship with them by helping them to grow their audience first, and or providing free merchandise. 3, give them the freedom to create the way they want to create. So for sure, you can give them some business advices, how to do this, how to do that, but they know what they do with the audience. They know how to interact with them, and yeah, you can just share some suggestions, but give them rights too. And the pro tip, take advantage of new features on social media platforms, since the algorithm rewards the adoption of these new features. So for example, Reels on Instagram get more organic search than regular posts or stories. So every time there is a new feature, get on the bandwagon and experiment. Next one, social commerce is critical to an omni-channel experience. Get more traffic by harnessing social media. There are about 3.5 billion social media users in the world, and social commerce lets you tap into this massive pool of potential customers, so everyone can find the target. No matter how good an e-commerce website you created, it would be hardly even beat the traffic volume your social media website enjoy. For sure, you can try redirecting some of these juice, I would say, to your website, or sell the product on the social platforms. In any case, you can see that about 87% of e-commerce shoppers believe social media helps them to make a shopping decision. And here are some suggestions what you can do. Well, utilize positive reviews to get more sales. A positive review on these sites can help elevate the product price by 9.5%, and the conversion rates go up to 133%. Also, you can expand your store to social channels. Another reason for social commerce to be an e-commerce trend is its ability to improve the omni-channel shopping experiences. Customers can now buy products directly from social websites, and then that too with a few clicks. In fact, about 30% of customers say they would prefer buying products this way. And we have the last but not least trend, which is really actual and interesting. Better UI UX leads to more customer retention. Retain more customers with better UI UX. Like, you know that the first impressions are lasting, and about 95 of them are design related. Yeah, it's funny how the technologies and platforms we just discussed in previous slides, the previous trends, don't even come into the picture if the website is poorly designed. Yeah, you can add chatbot, you can offer a lot of payment methods, but if the design is poor, nothing will work. It should not take a burning trend for you to realize that success has a custom-centric approach, and it's hard. For example, companies like Airbnb, Google, Uber, Apple, etc., they own a lot of their prosperity to user-centric designs and strategies. UI UX has one of the best ROI. For example, Amazon invested 100 times more on customer experiences compared to advertising. They made sure shoppers don't get lost in the jungle of products, catalogs, and quickly find what they need. The personalized suggestions sweeten the deal even further. And better design leads to improved conversion rates. Making visitors stay longer on the website and having them keep returning to the site is an ability everyone wants to possess these days. The continuously shrinking attention snaps make it even more valuable virtue. And yeah, research by Forrester suggests frictionless UI UX design can increase conversion rate by 400%. Stats like this are going to motivate businesses to invent more in customer-oriented UI UX design. So if you haven't been focusing on better UI UX yet, this is the perfect time to invest in human-centered design. Yeah, let's summarize everything what we just discussed. We have here 14 trends you have to follow, you have to implement, just not you have, I'm suggesting to implement to win in 2021 and be on the top of e-commerce market. Yeah, let's go shortly. One, AR enhance the reality of online shopping. Two, there will be a growing volume of voice search. Three, AI helps helps shops learn about shoppers. Four, on-site personalization, use the AI insights to create individualized experiences. Five, chatbots improve the shopping experiences. Six, mobile shopping is still on the move. Seven, more ways to pay. Eight, customers respond to video. Nine, subscriptions keep customer coming back. 10, sustainability is becoming more important. 11, brands will continue to adopt dynamic pricing. 12, influencers will become brand partners. 13, social commerce is critical to an omni-channel experiences, and better UI UX leads to more customer retention. That's basically everything for today. I will just get back to you. Yeah. Here you can find our company website, our main mail, also my personal name and my phone number. Oh, here you can also scan a link to find me on LinkedIn on that. So if you have any questions, if you are looking for assistance with your e-commerce business or you just plan to open it in 2021, don't hesitate to ping me. I will be more than happy to assist. So Anastasia, could you please let me know if we have time for questions and if we have any of them?
Thanks, Kate, for your presentation. Yes, we have 5 minutes for QA session, so I will announce a couple of questions. So you mentioned 140 payment methods that exist, and our listener asked you what is the best payment methods that you can recommend.
So worldwide, and especially for e-commerce, there are top 3 winner, and these are PayPal, these are Due, and Stripe. So if you will add one of them, you will already reach the audience. So this is mostly used, mostly popular. So yeah, you can add something on this, and these are like the winner.
Okay, thank you. Also, Oleg asked, so what is the best way, and which way exists at all, to attract influencers to a particular business? So maybe you had any cases?
Oops, thank you for the question. Well, it really depends what your business is. So, I mean, in e-commerce, there are a lot of different targets. So, for example, if you work with the beauty industry, you can research the influencers on Instagram to see how many followers they have, what they do. I mean, how the profile looks like, what they like. If you would like to hire a girl or a man or a woman, so it really depends. You can just make a small strategic session what you would like to reach. Just set up a short plan and follow the plan. But yeah, mostly you can use Instagram, YouTube also, if you would like to make video content with those influencers, or you can just mix it up.
Okay, that sounds reasonable. Also, I received one question directly to me sent in the chat. So, among which business areas has the need for e-commerce solutions increased the most in 2020? Could you maybe come up with some of them?
Okay, thank you for the question. Yeah, so 2020 and 2021 is the time of online world, and yeah, the industry grows still. Yeah, the most biggest, I would say these are groceries. These are also furniture and home goods. These are electronic goods, and everything what is connected, related to online shopping. I mean, clothes, everything what you need for like beauty care, shoes, sport, and all this stuff.
Okay, and maybe the last question because of the time.
Sorry, you are unmuted. Muted.
Sorry. The last question I wanted to ask. So Alena asked, which chatbots can you recommend for e-commerce?
Okay, thank you for such an interesting question. Well, there are a lot of them, as well as payment methods, like hundreds. So I would suggest you to use 3 of them. So these are BotKits, these are Botsify, and ChatGun. So you can just Google them, and they have some differences, but all of them works good, so you can use them.
Okay, thank you so much for your answers. So, dear visitors, in 10 seconds, you will be redirected to our main hall where our other speakers will be waiting for you to announce their topic about business analyst and business phase. See you there.
So, thank you again, everybody, for joining us. And I hope that you will discover something new and useful. Our topic for discussion is how to survive actually this year and make our clients love us. And I'm sure that everyone here knows what the consumer services industry itself is. Yes, it is a large sector of a global economy and a business model. And there are different types of consumer services, but let's name the main 4. So they are retail and wholesale services, leisure and hospitality services, health and social services, and of course, last but not the least, education. And all of them are significant for us, but can you imagine your life without them? Can you live without going shopping, visited restaurants? Unfortunately, the previous year has shown that we have to. And it's not a secret that coronavirus has a great impact on the consumer services industry. As the nation retreats from stores and restaurants to air travel, the consumer services economy has come to a near stretching halt, with a range of business sectors taking massive hits. And according to S&P Global Market Intelligence, there are top 5 industries that suffered the most, unfortunately, of course, during the coronavirus. And they are airlines, as you can see on the slide, leisure facilities, auto parks and equipment, oil and gas drilling, and restaurants. However, it doesn't mean that if you're working in one of these spheres, you have to close your store or restaurant. Of course, no. Coronavirus has not only negative changes, but positive as well. A lasting outcome of the pandemic is a shift in how businesses innovate. Mandatory shutdowns and overnight changes in protocol meant that businesses were first to scramble to still be able to serve their clients. And the first thing that each company has to have is flexibility. Interested leaders need to adapt quickly to this world. Those who will do better in long term, gain loyal customers, will invest in people, in technology. While possibilities are ever-changing, the industry leaders are still finding the ways to understand consumer need and offer the way to fulfill the need at each touch point. And this is flexibility. When you understand, for example, the client's desire to go to restaurant, taste the delicious food, you will invest in people and technology to make it really true, even during the pandemic. You can find the solution in any situation. And restaurant delivery can be a good example of a flexible business model. While there are many restrictions for restaurants to have their visitors inside, you can still attract your clients with the help of convenient application for making orders online. And here, I want to share with you our own experience. Class Solution Technology turned to Computools with the idea to create a convenient cross-platform application for users to make orders online. And during the work on this project, the several key options were solved. So, first of all, we developed a stable and highly popular cross-platform application. Then we adopted it for different restaurant audience. And of course, implemented the most common payment systems. As you can see, the finished application, integrates menus, tables availability, open and close hours, and other information of many restaurants. And the number of these restaurants is still increasing. A user can make orders both on-site and off-site, track the status of his or her order, do payments, including tips, of course, and order notes. The convenience and popularity of this platform results in increasing users, average orders, and of course, number of the clients. And all numbers you can see on the slide. So we'll go next. And my own recommendation is to add only a small application to a large business. It could be management and booking application, and it is a good idea for hotel, restaurants, health institution, auto shops, and even law firms. Here in Computools, we have an already built solution that allows you to get a system, reducing time and cost. And key advantages are like follows. First of all, you will get a competitive advantage in your niche. When we compare one restaurant with an application for making orders online and one without it. Personally, I prefer the first one to make it my own and quickly without any assistance. And then, of course, you will give your customers the convenience of advanced solution. Large and attractive tool for acquiring new customers and interacting with existing ones. You can compare what they like or dislike about your restaurant or hotel or barber shop, and of course, you can improve it. Then you can scale your business and capture a wide audience with applications ready-built for iOS and Android. And I think it's clear that everyone is on here or her mobile phone now. But let's back to the thesis, make your employees the best. Here we have to admit the necessity of additional training. And I'm talking here that all the world is changing every day, and the approach to serve our clients has also changed. And I'm talking not only about rules to wear masks, gloves, because it's also important, but for additional courses for your employees to improve their ability to interact within the company and team and with clients on the highest level. Good business owners are aware that frontline employees are bearing much of the client's frustration and providing them with additional training. And on the slide, we can see what trainings could be. First of all is onboarding courses, and I think it's clear. And second will be product knowledge courses. And my recommendation to do it at least once a week. You show the tables to your employees, show the results, and they will analyze and make a great brainstorm to improve your own business. The third will be customer interaction courses. And it's up to you, but I advise to do it twice a month. And courses on market-specific communication style and language policy. It's also up to you, but it's necessary to do it at least once or even better twice a month. And be up to date on fashion. What does it mean? I think that everyone knows the phrase, who knows information, he owns the world. But in business, it could be interpreted as who knows the latest information gets more clients. Paying attention to details is very important nowadays. Even if you are not connected to the fashion industry, you have to know and use all trends. And for instance, does everyone know the colors named by Pantone Color Institute for this year? They are ultimate grade and illuminated shades chosen for their wardrobes. And now you can use this information in your business and get more clients because style matters to everyone. Let's go to the next slide. Collaborate with different industries. To deal with increased demand, more businesses need more help and services from B2B companies. One reason for this is that vendors and service providers can send their experts to you, and they will help you to improve your business. For instance, good A fashion expert can improve your hotel's interior. A professional doctor or nurse will advise what wellness treatments will be good to add to your resort. And of course, IT developers will help you to choose the best software solution. The market needs continued collaboration and partnership to help all different types of industries innovate themselves. But from all these industries, I would like to emphasize IT as one of the best friends of consumer services industry. The pace of technological advancements has dramatically increased. According to statistics, every year the number of online purchases is increased. So the shift to digital is not a recent phenomenon, but it has dramatically accelerated. According to statistics, up to 73% will be occur in internet online on your mobile by the end of this year. In order to survive, we'll need to focus on the digital aspect of the customer engagement. And most companies have marketplace. You know, it's a good thing to sell your products online, while there are different and many restrictions to visit offline stores. However, the virtual showroom is ever a game changer in the world of online customer engagement. A virtual showroom made accessible on mobile device or easily transferable to other platform will allow your customers to remain connected anywhere they go, and they can still buy your products. A good example could be implementation such a solution in IKEA. With new way of visualization, customer can bring IKEA rooms to life, opening their mind and home to new possibilities. But not only IKEA, but many other companies, as you can see on this slide, use virtual showroom in their business. And Computools understand new shopping trends and want our customers to boost their business. And here we would like to present you one more already built solution from our company that will help improve your business. Interactive Showroom. Showroom is an application that allows you to demonstrate the capabilities of a product, including an innovative product that has no analogs on the market. You can literally show all features of the product for your customers. So the key advantages are this. First of all, the ability to inspire a desire to purchase a product. The opportunity to provide customers with new buying experience before they do the real purchase. And it's super cool that you can try, you can understand if you need this product or no, of course. The ability to analyze customer behavior, their likes, dislikes. When you will see all this information, you can analyze it and of course improve your products or your services to be the best in the market. Implemented biometric experience analysis will help you. It's also very important to emphasize reduction in customer refunds. The ability to use sounds and physics adding significantly to the buying experience. And it's obvious that all of us love something funny while shopping, while visiting restaurants, some good music. It helps us to relax. And when we are think that we are safe, we have a good mood, we can buy services and products. And your shopping room will, of course, accept credit cards, debit cards, and gift cards. No cash anymore. It's safe. And also, a good trend in consumer services industry is chatbot. It's one of the most popular technology, but everybody realized that the digital helper won't be able to take over the entire consumer services industry. So we have to use the chatbot correctly. And there are 3 ways of how we can use them. First of all, is frequently asked question chatbots that answer customers' questions served by a knowledge database. The second will be concierge-style chatbots, and that take over the dumb part of consumer service. They collect customer information and question before handing over to humans for the actual support. And the last, but of course not the least, lead generation chatbot that qualify website visitors by asking them questions based on a predefined decision tree. So using this digital helper, you will improve your business and attract more clients because they will see that communication in chatbot is convenience, and of course it will save some time, and time for us is the most precious thing, and we will be really happy to use it while having some purchase. And the last but not the least, my advice is to be unique. Unfortunately, my microphones are falling down all the time. Maybe my voice is so ugly and they want to escape, but I will remain them. So sorry for this small topic. Let's back to our discussion. So be unique. To stand out in the market, you need to figure out the value proposition offered by your service that you will provide. The second will be learn best practice. Often differentiation ideas can come from looking the inspiration in other industries. For instance, you can find something super cool in financial industry and customize it to your industry, adding additional value. And our fears are our main obstacles. If you have an idea, you have at least to try to discuss it within your team, within your company. You never know what can happen without trying. So do not be afraid, just try. And it is all the success. And to sum up, I would like to say that changing is not easy, but we have to add innovation where it is the most needed in the market. That's how we can survive this year actually and make our clients love us. So thank you for your attention, and it is the end of my presentation.
Yeah, thank you so much for such great speech. I like your presentation. And dear guests, if you want, you can ask any question. You can ask any questions related to the topics or whatever it is. And also, I have a question for you, Victoria. You have mentioned that airlines suffered the most during the pandemic, and could you like give advice how the business can become prospective again in this period of time?
Thank you, Alexander, for your question. And I think that the best idea is to add innovation and be unique. For instance, Australian Airlines have recently launched a new service in their business. When you buy a ticket, you will never know your final destination. It can be like a small surprise for you. In this way, airlines can attract new clients who love adventures and are ready to go to each card all over the world. So, with something new and interesting, you will gain more clients and more successful stories that you can tell to your partners in the future. Alexander, do I
Yeah,
answer your question?
fully. You answer fully all my questions. Thank you. Like
Thank
basically,
you.
I have like only one question. Like, what types of consumer services have become successful nowadays, on your personal opinion?
Oh, yeah. I have already told you a lot of industries that have suffered during the pandemic, but as I have also told that coronavirus has also positive changes, and such industries like online training, fitness at home, online learning courses have a great benefit because you don't need to go to school to learn language or to sport club. You can do some exercise in front of your computer, learn languages again, just sitting in your home in front of computer, speaking with native speakers. And these services are still successful during the coronavirus, and my prediction that they will remain their success in the next 2 or maybe 3 years.
I got it. I got it. Victoria, from my heart, I want to thank you for this beautiful presentation. I enjoyed very much. Uh, Borislav, Camille, Ivor, Yulia, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask also. The next step would be moving to the lobby, where all guests will be, and our CDO and CTO will explain also very important topic for like all related software development parts. So my suggestion to you really to participate in this, and in the end of the event would be networking part, where each of you can make a 30-second presentation of your company to the whole auditory. So feel free to move back to the lobby or ask additional questions.
I have a quick question, actually.
Yeah, sure.
So all of these changes that COVID brought upon basically all industries, do you think the way all the industries adjusted to COVID now, do you think things will change the same in a post-COVID world? I.e., all the changes to, for example, the services sector, software sectors, etc., the way we communicate with clients, etc. Do you think it will stay like it is now, or will it shift back to more to a pre-corona type of market?
Unfortunately, my own prediction that nothing will change in the future. We still live in the world where a lot of restriction and shutdowns they are mandatory, and we could not avoid them. So unfortunately, we have to live in this world and have to adjust to it. We have to use all the innovations that we have in our world to make our business profitable. to have a good conversation with our clients. It is good to have something interactive, like interactive application or chatbot, maybe some attractive tools on your marketplace or even company site where you can have a small chat with your clients, and this will improve their understanding of your products or services. And of course, you will discover what your client needs. And unfortunately, we live in this world. And even in 2 or maybe 3 years, I think nothing can change, because the coronavirus have different types of its own virus. We have unfortunately disgusting situation in Great Britain and in Japan, where new stems of this illness, and we still have to stay and work in our offices remotely. By the way, personally, our company provide our employers all tools and everything to have comfortable work at home, not to catch coronavirus or another, some different illness. So that is my answer. I hope I answer your question.
Yeah, no, I understand the current situation of things, and things won't really get that much better in the next year or so. But what I had in mind is a post-corona world. I mean, obviously, there's not going to be a post-corona world in a sense that there's not going to be any coronavirus at all, or various strains of it. But when things come back to normal, more or less, i.e., no more lockdowns, shops being open, people being able to actually live how it was, let's say, in 2018, 2019. How do you think the effects brought up by COVID, remote work, etc., do you think some of those things will stick, or will most of the trends come back to as they were to a pre-pandemic type of world?
I think it depends on different stuff. Some of them can really become stable, but some of them can back to that situation that as you said 2 years or maybe 3 years ago. For example, I don't think that tracking system of having vaccination that will still important when we back to the pre-COVID times. But now it is one of the must have when you want to travel the world. For example, a lot of airlines ask clients to have a passport where they have all this stamps, vaccination, even this application and tracking system in China that help to interact with people who have COVID and recover this illness. I think maybe in the future, this will be not as popular as now, and we could live without it. Maybe the situation will change. But unfortunately now this system and this application of tracking is vital for us.
Okay, I mean, the reason why I'm asking is some countries have already reverted to a quote-unquote normal lifestyle. Like, for example, Texas, I think from today on, they said no to everything from wearing masks to tracking, etc. So the Texas as a state in the United States, and things are back to normal. Australia and New Zealand also, from what I know, everything is more or less back to normal. But thank you for the input. Thank you for the feedback.
Guys, so basically in 1 minute we are coming back all together to the lobby I highly recommend you very useful and very powerful information and some technical, mm, more technical background, yeah, in terms of the technology or the vision of the technical teams. I really recommend to go to the main lobby right now and stay for a networking part, so you can pick up some good contacts from there or present your own company. So we have like around 1 hour more, so feel free to stay with us. Thank you so much. Let's come back together to the lobby. Thank you.
So based on the experience that I have met like long time ago, without the discovery phase, client and team can meet next risks. So the first one is a pretty big one. Development team does not understand the client's vision and goals of the project. As I said before, the synchronization is very important to build the proper project in the end. Because if we don't know as a team what to build, and it's not possible to do what you want in the end. So even the simplest thing, imagine you want to have a profile page. I imagine a profile page in my way based on the experience that I have. And for you, in your vision as a client, you may have an absolutely different vision of how it should look like, what kind of data it should have, etc. And actually, it's kind of a like small difference that may influence the costs. But imagine, for example, in fintech industry, if you miss a regulator as the stakeholder, you just won't be able to use your product in general. You won't be able to deploy it. And basically, you're going to be sued for not doing everything properly. And those institutions will just make your life a living nightmare. And that's a pretty big drop down if you just don't know about it, and discovery phase covers it. Another reason that discovery phase is required is that time to time, we might have a lot of changes because of the business reasons. And for that, basically, if you don't have a detailed strategy study and you don't finalize all of the decisions that clients want you to have in the end, it is possible to get in the non-continuous loop of development. And in the end, you won't be able to finalize the product. Requirements is always going to change, and you will just miss all of the deadlines, all of the budget, and that's not the best case. And on discovery phase, basically what is good about it, most of the cases are being discussed before we actually move on to development. And also based on that, all of those decisions, we still need to understand that without proper planning, it is pretty hard to get the proper architecture. Because sometimes we might build, like the team might build not flexible enough solution that will lead to a pretty awful situation of rewriting core of the project because you just can't implement the feature that you want to, or it will take too many hours and like way too much budget to build it. Or other case, you're spending too much time on optimizations or doing the project as flexible as possible, because over optimization is also a bad thing. If you don't really have the feature in the future, then you don't really need to prepare your platform for that. But still, you're going to lose money on that, on the feature that you might probably don't even have in the future, which is not good. And of course, like the major part and all of this together is that basically it is possible to lose all of the deadlines and budget limits. Because if team doesn't understand what they're building, if they're over-engineering something or not doing everything flexible and all of the conditions are being changed rapidly, you just won't, it's basically you don't have a plan. You're always building, and in the end, you just don't have an end of it. So that's are like the main risks, and they are pretty major, and we like saw them a lot, which is not pretty good. So what is discovery team composition like usually is have? So the first and one of the major team members is business analyst. Basically, it's a person who's going to speak with the client and the team directly. And it's his responsibility to gather project requirements, goals, and formalize them. Also, business analyst will analyze competitors, perform business research, and will help the client with their idea generations, because like it's not like they will just help to build the new ideas out of the scratch, but they will help to document it, to get it together and actually inject it into the product that they see. The next important person is the architect. So architect, as it seems like, it's basically a person who's doing the tech researches. It will provide a tech consultancy for the client. And also it's the person who's going to take a big part of the estimation on the development part. Next one is the UX designer. So UX designer is basically a person who's performing UX research and prototyping, and also provides an estimation for the design parts of the project during the development phase. Project manager is basically a person who you're going to speak more on the development phase. Basically, it's a person who controls implementations of all artifacts. It's a person who's going to support business analyst in some cases, manage project risks, manage team to meet project deadlines. And basically, this is the controller who's going to like go from sprint to sprint to provide the results that we actually want to achieve. And another person is lead QA. It's a very important person on the business analyst phase, because it provides testing strategy for all of the project. And also it helps to test even all of the cases that have been written by the architect and business analyst to make sure that there are no errors done there, even on this phase. So what is the main discovery phase plan? Basically, it begins, as I said earlier, with defining product scope and synchronization vision with the client. So team must have a proper vision of the project they're building. And business analyst and architect are doing their best to put all of the ideas, all of the vision into the proper user stories and display all of the requirements in the architecture plans. The next thing that is done is formalize scope and develop wireframes. So at this phase, it is very important to formalize a project scope and develop ubiquitous language. What is it? It's basically a set of terminologies that will be understandable for both client and the team. For example, if we take word unit, for different domains or even specific projects, it may have different meanings. For someone, it may be a staff member, and for someone, it may be a single product in a store. And not to confuse everyone with that, we just define this term and assign a specific meaning to it that we can then use to speak with client and with the team. Also at this phase, business analyst, UX designer, and architect work together and perform multiple researches on their end to make sure that the team can implement all of the project goals. And in the end, the QA lead checks their work results and builds a test strategy based on all the information that was gathered. Moving on, next thing we have is architecture. So at this phase, as it is pretty understandable, the architect will start to build the proper architecture based on the project goals and his research. At this phase, it is very important to exclude unnecessary optimizations over engineering and mainly focus on building a product that will be easily to improve and support. So not all of the optimization help that. So we need to make sure that we just do only those things that will help the project to move on and improve rapidly. At this stage, architect takes major part in the process, and probably he will have multiple consultations with business analytics and UX specialists to gather all of the requirements and display them in the final architecture. And last but not least about this is an estimation phase. So here the whole team members are active, and based on all of the information that they gathered before, based on all of the requirements for budgeting and deadlines, they try to pick the best option regarding scope, budget and deadlines. And in the end, they provide the result with the timesheets and all of the information that client can use for his own planning. So he can go to investors and do whatever he wants with all of the docs. So basically from this point, he can start building the product. So basically that's the part that I'm covering, and I want to give my word to Oleg. Can you continue, please?
Yeah, hello one more time. So now we will dive a little bit deep to each step of our discovery phase. First one, like Vitaly said, this is define scope. First and really important part, which is define and formalize stakeholders and their goals. Who is stakeholders? This is our client, maybe it will be you. This is some departments and some stakeholders in company of our client. For example, financial department, legal department, production department, and each of these stakeholders as usually have a little bit different goals. Also, it can be hidden stakeholders. If some departments don't work directly, for example, in our company, we have business development department and delivery department. Business development department gets request, and we should implement request. But we forgot about human resources department. If we have a specialist, this part of business will touch human resources too. Also, in stakeholders, we include our clients of our product, separated by group, which is also really important because we should understand who is our client or our clients and take it in our focus. Last one, it can be government or some regulators or something hidden, like Vitaly told before. If in fintech or healthcare project we miss government regulator and don't get license, we can fail project because we implement technical part, but from business perspective, project will be illegal. So when we define stakeholders, we start working with users, roles, and their abilities. This is one of the important document in discovery phase. We separate our stakeholders and build for each stakeholder some actor, user. For example, in one user can become a couple of stakeholders, a different target user group, or one stakeholder can implement a couple of roles. For example, if our stakeholder is financial department, the financial department can include a couple of roles, but by one direction, by one business domain, one business scope, and their abilities. So ability of each user role, its ability of all project. Next one, you can see it here too. This is project structure map. This is user roles and their abilities in graphic form. It's easy to explain to our client. It's easy to understand. During defined scope, we provide a couple of researches. One research, which is competitor research from business analyst. It's important to understand who is our competitors, what our benefits, what our pluses and minuses, to help our client find a niche and move forward. Next type of research is this is user experience research. Here, our UX designer review not only competitors, but also resources, what is interesting from our target audience. So if we focus it on, for example, men in some age group, we should understand what type of resources these clients use and take some features from there. Last one, this is define business risks. This is really important because we really want to help our clients build business. And here we should understand what we should expect. Next one, specify scope and develop wireframes. So in previous files, we create a big count of ideas, so we better understand client idea and structured all these ideas. Here we need specify it. First point, this is develop user story based on previous step. We write not only ability, but we write a user story. As user, I can something, and write a user journey. So how we can achieve it. For example, if I want to buy item, I open catalog, I press buy item, I will move it to bucket or cart. In bucket, I will press checkout and finish checkout process. Wireframes, this is a very interesting part. We try to build not design, but calculable wireframes and provide ability to our client, try to play with project and with product, sorry. And also, it's really help to understand is the right way or not to sync between our team and client team. After that, we start QA verification process. So our QA lead read all stories, review wireframes, look in logic point, maybe we miss something, look each wireframes work same like it's written in user stories. Is user stories correct? Add some additional points like the negative scenarios. After that, our QA lead develops test strategy. This is important document. Here we fix it, what exactly platform we will support and how we will achieve correct work of our application in each of the platform. Of course, we should approve with our clients a result of our work. Okay, next one, architecture. To be honest, this is not a step-by-step process. Previous step and architecture we implement closer to single time. A business analyst process some count of story, designer and architect start working on how we can implement. And architecture phase, we provide a couple of resources. I try to be faster to save enough time to question. Ubiquitous language. This is new language, single language for our system. Each term, what will be used in domain part, in business logic part of our application in source code, and all term, what we should use in discussion about project, should be in ubiquitous language. Researches. First point, we should research all third-party integration. Also, we should research some critical points. For example, in logistic system, we need to research a calculator of what will calculate if we can take this package or not, and how better will be push all package in the truck. Domain map. This map shows the sub-businesses, subdomains in our project. So the part separated by business goals. Architecture requires this infrastructure, and we will use domain-driven development. Also, we can't use equals, so we use functional programming, for example. Optimal stack of technology. This is pretty simple. We just found what technology we will use to implement project. This is not so simple to do like said, but this is important step. Yeah, last one, this is estimation. And risk definition. So after our team finish all previous phases, we should provide to our clients budget and deadlines what we can achieve. As usually, we use hybrid or 3F model, payment model. So we promise our clients achieve all points from user roles and abilities. We promise our clients achieve it end deadline and fix this point in agreement. But as usually, businesses is pretty dynamic. Startup is pretty dynamic in really more than standard businesses. So we understand what client will want to change something during development, and we understand what all works, what we implemented in discovery phase. This is not like the 100% should be implemented, because maybe our client will ask, okay, guys, we don't need these features because this is not interesting. Our competitors will implement this feature before us, but we need that features. That feature will help us to be in front of our competitors. So here we will be flexible. We take responsibility to review the budget and review the scope in each features. We control the implementation project process based on scope control. So we discuss each new features with our clients and found place in our budget. For example, we can remove some not very important features or make some features not in full volume for example, MVP phase. Last one, this is risks. We try to calculate cost of each risk which we see in current phase. Here we include the business risk, here we include the technical risks, here we include the risks, for example, dependence to cloud provider with our infrastructure, and provide this information to our client. So thanks for attention. Question, please.
Yeah, so feel free to send any questions in the chat. We will raise the most interesting ones and ask those questions to our speakers.
Okay, while everyone is typing his questions, Lek, I have a question for you. So basically, thank you very much that explained what is the discovery phase, what is the risks. If we are not going to with the discovery phase, but I have a question regarding like the payment methods. Let's say you mentioned that we have 3F model, we have fixed price and time and material. So basically, what is the difference between models, and maybe there is some suggestions to what kind of projects is more comfortable with which models?
Yeah, sure. So if we talk about fixed price model, this model, there we provide 100 promise about budget, about deadline, and about scope. So we can't change scope and client change scope. As usually, such type of monetization system will be good for small project, and for project the all requirements 100% defined. For project bigger than 100 hours, maybe 100.5 hours total estimation, this model work not very well, because as usually in such a scope, client want to change something, and our team during development found a better solution, but we can't implement it. So we work with this model only with project less than 1,000 hours or 1,500. Next one, this is time and material. This model very well work with client who have in board in own team, project manager or product owner who can work with budget. So we work sprint by sprint, we provide result. For each sprint, we provide detailed estimation, and product owner can review it and understand, okay, we have this estimation to these features, and we have this total budget and this total deadline.
Yeah, we have a question from Frank. So he asked, how do we handle apps that use large data pools in the cloud when such apps require some change to be done?
So if we talk about discovery phase, first of all, we built infrastructure strategy. We use, we use physical topology. This is example of physical topology. And with physical topology in AWC. We set all items from AWC infrastructure, like the AWC EC2 instances, like the ESK, Kubernetes services, RDS, as another. We include in every step some ability to flexibility, to change some, for example, persistent, or to add something additional. For example, if we have a big data pool and we use cloud provider, we can run our application in simple yet EC2 instances, sorry for Russian, and use standard Postgres in EC2 instances. This is cheap, but not work very well. In case if we have larger data pool and we can't process it, so we have in CPU, we can run Kubernetes and run a big count of instances with dynamical scaling. In this case, as usually, the blocker or bottleneck will be a database because we have simple instances of Postgres in EC2 instance. In this case, we run AWS RDS, and it works well. For example, if we have something like the IOT and really big count of input data, we can add some queue, for example, Kafka, or we can add, for example, MongoDB or HBase or Cassandra or ClickHouse, like document-oriented database for collecting input. So I believe I answered the question, but if not, please.
Yeah, I believe so, since Frank messaged thanks in the chat. Yeah, feel free to ask any other questions from anyone.
I will continue answer to Alex's question. So we discussed time and material, we discussed fixed price, and about hybrid model or FFF model. This model is useful for clients who haven't experienced product owner or project manager in his team. In this case, we take on our side responsibility to keep our project in border of budget and deadlines. So based on discovery phase, we have detailed plan and we have specification. We move sprint by this specification, and we can propose our client change something, or client can propose to us change something. And in this case, our project manager will discuss with client, okay, we can do this and this, but we can't do this because we will overcharge budget. From our experience for a startup, this model may be the best, because as usually, our client have limited budget, limited deadline, but don't 100% clear understanding of project. From our experience, even less than 70% part of specification will be implemented in future. Other part will be changing because we live in really dynamic world.
Yeah, so here we are running out of time. We have a few more questions in chat. So first of all, does that process work with multi-stage architecture? And here also added an explanation then as an example, an IoT device talking to Android phone to a cloud service, and it's all situated in a cloud. So yeah, I believe. Yeah, please feel free.
Yeah, sure. It works for such type of infrastructure. I think this is not fully architecture. So first of all, we define business scope and we talk about business in discovery phase. Business provides the goals, and the technical team in like the architect or team of architect will find a best architecture for implementation and best infrastructure. For example, if we talk about architecture with a separation system by domains, business unit, for example, by company department, or by some success factor of your businesses, or by some business function like the catalog, bucket, checkout in standard e-commerce. And after that, we will build infrastructure. For example, how will Android device communicate with backend infrastructure? For example, we use AWC. We will use load balancer. Mobile phone will connect by HTTP and JSON with load balancer. Load balancer will connect with Kubernetes balancer and found node, which calculate answer and provide answer. Yeah, I think this is all. Please, next question.
Yeah, here was another question regarding are we using some alternatives to Atlassian tools, and are we using Atlassian tools in our development cycle?
As usually, we use Atlassian tools. We can review the alternative, so we can write specification in Google document, but from our experience, better to migrate it in Confluence in half or in beginning discovery phase. If our client use a different infrastructure, we can discuss it. We're flexible in this point. If we talk about software tools, as usually we use Postman, we use Draft.io for building the diagrams. We use Coggle for a different type of maps, and Azure and Figma for wireframes and design.
Yeah, so we running out of time for questions. Last opportunity for asking something, then we will have a short break and a networking session in the same lobby where we right now. So if no more questions, then everyone can get some tea, and thereafter in 10 minutes we'll be back with ability to speak to each other open wide for a networking session.
Yeah, thanks a lot for attention.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And have a good day. So I hope that you are going to stay here and continue speaking with other people. And it was really good to speak with you and share our experience. I hope that most of it was really helpful for you.
Okay, do you hear me well? If you can
Yes,
hear
we
me, you
do,
can put it.
Alexander.
Yep.
Well,
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Guys, I hope everyone enjoyed, also like me, very much the event. Everything was very compressed and informative in the transparent way. So now it's a networking session. Alexis, are you here with us?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sharing my screen with the timer basically. So all the guests who want to listen pitches of our guests, the services that they provide. So feel free to stay with us. Basically, we have more than 50 people registered for the networking part, but I cannot see a lot of people, and some people who join our event I don't see in the list. So what I prefer to go with all participants that stay for the networking part, and we will go through one by one, so you know who will be approximately the next. The timer is like a target for you. If you need 1 minute or extra 10 seconds, feel free to continue. So no worries about it. And you can also put your contact details in the chat, leave your email address or the company website. So here is the most productive and the most sweet part of the conference, let's say. So this networking session. Alexis, how is everything on your side?
Everything's fine, thank you. We're ready for the session, I think.
Yeah, I got it.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, so I see Mr. Berislav in the chat. So Berislav, if you want, you can unmute yourself, or who want to be first, you can raise your hand in the Zoom chat so we can understand that you're ready to present your company and your services to the audience. Alexis, you want to start?
Yes. I want to start. Yeah, I can start for sure. You can see me? I think it's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed our conference. My name is Alexis. I'm business developer for Computools in the Benelux region. So if you need any help or advice, or you want to set up a meeting, you can contact me. Together with Alexander, we're looking for business opportunities, and we look to help companies accelerate and beat their competition. So enough about me and about us. Now it's time to listen to any one of you who would like to start.
Yeah, so basically I see in the line Berislav, Demo, and Frank. It's like the first 3 person who is in the line and can start with promoting the services and the companies. Demo, Frank.
Yes, hello everyone. It's me, Berislav. So I have my own company that creates the so-called animated explainer videos, the 2D animated experience, and we are especially focused on clients from the whole IT sector. So we have clients, for example, who need to explain certain projects, for example, in smart cities or whatever, or various applications. So if you need such services, you can contact me, and that is all.
Berislav, feel free to share your contact details.
Yes. So in this chat field,
Yeah,
okay.
sure. So I can see Mr. Ivor from RIT student.
Yep. Hi. I am an RIT student, but my name is Ivor. I'm a consultant at TDA. In short, what we are is a B2B matchmaking marketplace where we help connect digital agencies and companies from all over the world. In other words, we help clients or other companies find or other source, manage, and hire digital service agencies or other companies in general, while also helping agencies find their next client and promote themselves through our platform. I will include my contact info and the link to the website in the comments.
Thank you.
Great. Nice timing. Excellent timing.
You practiced for sure.
No, definitely not.
All right. I was a bit. Am I on?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, Oh yeah, I was actually about to leave, but I heard my name called. I thought, well, this would not be the right way to do this. My name is Demo Sholuru. The name of our company is Parthenon Global Systems. We run software as a service here in the US for mostly in the long-term care arena in healthcare. So it's not care management, but more coordination of services administration. The reason I came on here today is because we've got other ideas for other products that are not necessarily focused on the healthcare space. And I enjoyed the presentation today of the way that you go about architecting new products. And I was interested in just pursuing that, finding new ways of getting the new platforms done. Our software is, started out as, the typical pipeline business, but we want to make it a true platform, and we're looking for a platform partner that can help us build and grow with us.
Demo, I have a question for you. Like, how you heard about the event? Just for my personal interest.
I'm sure it came via LinkedIn. I saw something on LinkedIn.
I got it. Thank you. Thank you so much for the speech.
Alrighty.
Also,
Okay.
don't forget to share your contacts in the chat, so all who is interested can contact you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so let's move on to the next three. I think Camille, if she's here, she can start, followed by Frank, and then followed by Jonathan Schumann, if that's okay. Is Camille here? Okay, maybe Frank Cohen can start then. And you can share your screen, of course, Frank, it's no problem.
Great, thank you for letting me do this for 30 seconds. So I'm Frank Cohen. I founded Clever Mo. It's an advertising service, mostly for startups and then for enterprises. It will take a look at a landing page or a social media post or maybe a store product page. It will pick out the target audiences across all of the different popular social media ad networks, and it'll actually place the ads. And then using a dashboard, you can see and compare the results, so you can see whether Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or Twitter are giving you the best advertising exposure for your money.
Okay. Good, nice. In 30 seconds, that was good. You can share the details, of course, Frank, so we can have a look. If you have anything more to say, you can continue if you want.
Thank you for doing this event. I found it to be good, and also thank you for doing it in English. I appreciate it. You know, my languages are much slower if you were to use some other language.
No, you're more than welcome. No worries. It's actually better for all of us to continue in English.
Good.
That's true. Okay, thank you very much for sharing. I think next is Jonathan, if he's here.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can see you loud and clear. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Alexander, and thank you, Oleg, also for having inviting me to this presentation. I'm a product marketing manager within Digity.io, which is a German Berlin-based post-seed stage startup, and our purpose is to automate and accelerate project management, but also sales processes. So we don't have any clients right now. We are at a very early stage. Our first MVP will be available within the next 2 months. We have already onboarded 40 early adopters, mostly media, marketing, innovation, digital agencies, but also software factories. And they will access our first range of features and functionalities with our MVP release. I don't have much time to give more detail about how we automate project management, but I would happily explain to any person interested. So I will share my contact in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah,
thank you very much for sharing.
Sure. We are on a really good track. I see in the line next is Ksenia, Mikhail, Nicholas. So guys, who is ready of you three, Ksenia, Mikhail, or Nicholas? Feel free to raise the hand so we can understand that you're ready to start or to make a presentation.
Yeah, sure, I'm here. So basically my product is just about bringing geospatial data in a way that people can interact with, so we can build a advanced analytics software for different companies. I mean, all the commercial companies that could be using the APIs to communicate between financial data and any data that is actually valuable to create new IT infrastructures. Actually, that's pretty much it.
Nicholas, also feel free to share your email or some LinkedIn profile here in the chat, because anyway it would be shared. So don't hesitate. Ksenia, would you like to proceed? Okay, it looks Ksenia is muted. If you want to start, you can unmute yourself. Just let us know anyway. Okay, we have also Mikhail and Nicholas Rafael Polamino. Who is ready?
It's my account. I joined in 2 different devices. Sorry.
You have 1 more 30 seconds, so you can continue.
Well, it's actually good. I think it was a good resume.
Okay, I got it.
Sorry about that.
No worry, no worry. So next one I can see Mr. Raba and Simonas also can prepare for the speech. Or somebody was raising a hand, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Victor. Victor, are you with us?
Can I start? Yeah.
Yeah, sure, yes. Sure. Feel free.
Hello, my name is Victor. I am head of the IT&B company. I'm from Dnipro, Ukraine. We offer services in several areas: business automation, optimization of business processes, branding of companies, creation of websites and online stores, consulting services for creating a business. Thank you very much. My site itb.biz.ua will come. I would like to development together.
Thank you. Thank you so much also for a good presentation. Yulia, your microphone is muted. Would you like to start with your presentation, Yulia?
Yes. Do you hear me?
Excellent. We can hear you very well.
Okay, thank you. Dear partners, we have a good expertise in predictive analytics, neural networks, and machine vision. So we offer to help you and your clients to solve different problems that previously not have been done manually. Also, we have outstaff and outsource resources in artificial intelligence sphere, and also Java and other backend solutions like PHP. Also, we have resources in React and JavaScript languages. So I will send our contacts, and feel free. We'll get in touch in LinkedIn or by email. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing. Nice and clear. Okay, so we have next to prepare a speech is Raba, if he's available. Let's have a look. Raba or Simonas or Graham. I see Graham is in the room, so Graham can unmute his mic and start if he wants.
Or maybe I will just take his place.
Oh, Simonas, yes, you can take his place, of course. You can start.
Thanks a lot, Simonas from Society. We are a network of IT companies uniting mainly companies from Eastern Europe. We have more than 1,600 companies in our network, and we help different organizations to find the best partner for developing custom solutions. finding dedicated teams, or finding the best software product in the market. We qualify each client and supplier, and after finding the needs for the project, we make the introductions with the 3 to 5 best suiting companies that match the request by the tech stack, budget, experience, company size, processes, and other details. Almost right on time, 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's very good. It's very interesting. Very interesting. That's very nice. I will for sure look into your business. It's very interesting. Okay, thanks for sharing. I think Graham is next, if I'm pronouncing this right. Or we can have Rabah Jafal if he's here. Let's have a look. I think Rabah left us already, and Graham is not responding.
Yeah, so thank you everyone that participated our event. Everything was really productive. Thanks for the networking part. I'm sure that everyone will find what he's looking for. Alexis, I also appreciate your time, your attention. So thank you so much. I think we are okay. So see you.
Okay, thanks.
See you next summit.
Okay, see you next summit. Thank you, everyone. Everyone, have a good evening.
Very much.
All right.
Yeah, sure. If you have feedbacks on the event, feel free to send us email or ping on the personal messages, because I see a lot of people who is our existing clients or potential clients. We know each other. It's a nice community. So let's stay in touch, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you very much.
you